Hey, good morning everybody. Craig here, Diggs Rod Shop, and I'm down in the shop today. Actually, Saturday I was in the shop. I was working on the little coupe, and oh man, I had this thing purring like a kitten, and I did a video of it purring like a kitten. You know, I've changed all this, all the components from the alternator to the water pump, the air cleaner, and the valve covers, and you know, even the ram horns on it. Did so much work to this thing, and I was so excited because it's looking cool, it's running good. You know, I upgraded the intake, I upgraded the carburetor on it, I put that brawler on there. I went ahead and put an MSD ignition system on it, so all I had to do is, you know, hook a coil back to it. And oh man, I was excited because it was just purring like a kitten, and I had it on the lift, and you'll see in that video where it was sitting there running, and oh, I was just excited. And then all of a sudden, it kind of started spitting and sputtering. And I was like, what is going on? Well, then it came out of it and it ran good again. And I was like, well, this is cool. So I go to set the carburetor and things just seemed to be awesome. And then all of a sudden, clunk, it just died. And it would start and die, start and die, start and die, which, you know, working with it, I thought it was maybe a carburation problem, but a, you know, brand new brawler carburetor, chances are pretty slim that that's the problem. So I continued to go ahead and check it over and work with it and work with it. And that's when it dawned on me. Let me show you something here. It's not an MSD, but a few years ago, I had a 40 Ford in here, and I run the coil that had on it was this one right here. And I went ahead and updated the coil on that particular little Ford. And with that said, this was the coil that came off of it. And nothing wrong with Edelbrock, but I can also tell you that that Ford was giving me static. I could drive it for about 20 minutes and then it would just clunk and die. Just, that was it, conked right out on you. And what I come to find out when I was messing around in there, man, I like to burn my hand on this coil. And this was the coil that I took off and replaced the other coil on the little Ford, and boom, put a resistor in it, and it just ran like a top ever since. Well, I took this coil and I stuck it in where I put spare parts, and I thought, you know what? The coil that was on this car was just kind of old and brown, or old and black and rusty. So I thought, yeah, I'll put that one on there. I forgot that this coil was actually bad. So when I put it in there, it fired up and it ran, and that was the problem. Start and die, start and die. So it was heating up internally, and I don't know what's going on with the windings in a coil when that happens, but it just literally cut the spark right out of it. So after taking a moment to doing a little bit of a test, when it cooled back down again, I put one of those spark plug testers on it. You can see the light dance through it and see the spark, and you could see that it would ignite and start, and then all of a sudden the spark would go away. So the indicator was the coil, sure enough. I went ahead and pulled that coil off, and so I looked it up, and I think it's an 8200 or 8202, something like that, MSD. Matter of fact, it's on the box here somewhere. I'll get it right. Yeah, 8202 coil, and that's what this thing is designed for on that MSD ignition and that distributor on there. So I put a Blaster 2 coil on this thing, and literally solved the problem. And I was so excited about that. So let me fire it up and show you. And literally, I had it running for about a minute this morning, and man, it just purred like a kitten. And so here we go. Woo! It actually starts like fuel injection now. That's what I like about the brawler carburetor. So choke's working. There she be. Shut that down. You can sure hear those that solid lifter cam in there. It's awfully chattery, but I'm very excited to jump in the old coupe here and take her for a test today. I've got to take off here for a little bit. I've got to run to Des Moines, grab some steel. But when I get back, I'll do another video of maybe doing a little bit of a test drive in the little 32 Ford here. But problem solved with a coil, MSD, Blaster 2, and the little coupe is running. So pretty excited about that. Anyway, with that said, like and subscribe, pass these videos on, guys. You know, everything's not peaches and cream here in the shop. I have my difficulties too. But with that said, I am going to sign out for the day, and keep watching the videos. I really appreciate it.